What's going on, everyone? It's your average consumer. And today we're going to be testing the cameras of the iPhone 6, Galaxy S6, and the HTC One M9. So I've got my buddies Austin and John, and we're going to take the phones outside and put them to the test. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so I'm first up and I have the iPhone 6. So I've been using an iPhone for about 6 months or so, but I've been using the 6 Plus. So let's give the 6 a try. First of all, this looks really cool. So one of the things I like about the iPhone is it's super easy to get into the camera app. Like seriously, I can lock the phone, unlock it, swipe up, and then the camera app. So it's really nice to make sure you don't miss that moment. Boom. Yeah, looks nice.
All right, so I'm gonna be using the Galaxy S6. Now, Samsung has always been pretty good with their cameras, a little bit sharp, but I've always been a fan of it, so I'm gonna go see how it works out in the field. So the S6 has a 16 megapixel camera. Like I said, Samsung usually has tons of features on their cameras. I found a couple that I like myself.
I was just curious if anyone would be interested in taking a selfie with me.
A selfie?
Yeah.
Why?
Just to test it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Me and Moto will.
Yes. It's pretty wide. What'd you just do? Took a selfie. Duh.
So this is actually the lowest megapixel phone in the entire comparison. This is 8 megapixels versus 16 and 20. Even though it might on paper only have like 8 megapixels, the images are really nice. And to be totally honest, how often do you print a 20 megapixel picture, right? Like you're probably not. You're gonna be looking at it on your phone, on your desktop, or something like that. So I feel like the lack of like crazy megapixels really actually doesn't matter in the real world.
I think this looks like a pretty good spot. For photos, there's a cool little feature where you can actually rack focus. Now what that means is you can actually control the focus using a slider. So you wanna jump into the pro section of the camera, and then with that, you get a ton of manual controls. For someone who's familiar with using a camera, this is actually pretty awesome. Use this little slider, and I can control where the focus goes with this. So for this shot, if I really want to just get this edge right here, put it right there and snap.
This looks like a good photo. Focus was nice. I mean, focus is pretty quick. That shot, solid. Autofocus is pretty quick in that environment.
Now, while I do like Samsung's cameras, they usually provide really vibrant shots. The only thing is sometimes they can be really saturated. So the colors might look a little fake if you're looking for something more natural, but there are controls here, so you can kind of mess with that if you want to go for that more natural look.
One of the things I've found with a lot of phones is that it's really difficult to actually get like any kind of reasonable dynamic range without having to go to HDR. So let's see what we can do with and without HDR right now. So it's not a crazy contrast situation, but let's see here. So this is the non-HDR, and this is with HDR. You know what? That's actually not bad. I don't see a huge difference at all. Good job.
So let's see if we can get anything cool here. I'll drop down a bit. And bam. Nice.
Austin, you ever play baseball?
Nope.
So this will be interesting to see how much detail we can get. Looks like it's a little underexposed. Sweet.
Wow, that is a tree right there. All right, we gotta get some pro level shots right now. So auto exposure is pretty good, but it's not quite right. But luckily, I can just grab this little slider and do the adjustments I need and snap. Boom. Are you good? Okay, Matt, count us down.
3, 2, 1, walk.
Wow. We all go up to the tree, guys. Everyone has to go get like a macro shot of the tree.
HTC One M9 in tree.
All right, guys, so now we've got all the photos on the laptop. Let's check them out. All right, so here's the first shot of the GS6.
A lot of detail.
Yeah, definitely. A little blown out.
Insta sharp. everywhere.
Yeah. The depth of field is nice though. It falls off pretty naturally.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's just a straight. Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, like
good.
you see, like it's a little sketchy up in here, like that. Yeah, it looks a little like, I don't know. But I mean, considering it's a phone,
You don't want sketchy fall off.
you don't want, no, of course not.
Let's jump to the iPhone.
First of all, white balance was way off.
Yeah, really
way
blue.
off.
Yeah, it's really blue.
I mean, we've got a fair bit of detail, but I mean, this is what, 8 megapixels? It's not gonna be, yeah. Oh, okay, that's
Well, too.
not even gonna come close. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but you're definitely not getting anywhere near the same resolution. And if you try to zoom in, like, I think for normal use, you're probably not gonna notice it, but you try to like zoom in and it falls apart pretty quickly.
quickly,
Yeah,
yeah.
you've got a lot more detail with GS6.
So let's grab some of the M9 stuff.
This is kind of where it falls apart in bright situations.
Oh,
Just
what?
Yeah.
Dude, what is that color?
The dynamic range is really bad here.
You're losing the highlights.
Even the walls are pretty.
It's just, it looks like the color is like, I don't even know like, how to put my finger on that. Like the color looks just like washed out and it just, I mean, look at the fence. Is there like, look, there's no detail there. What?
Yeah.
Look at
None
this.
at all.
This is a 20
There's-
megapixel sensor. There's no detail here whatsoever.
It was like a Photoshop like painting filter.
Yeah, it looks like an oil painting. Yeah. Dude, this is terrible. What is this?
Yeah, this is really bad. All right, so this is us walking towards the tree with the S6.
It's like Jello.
Yeah.
Look, like
it's
the whole
insane.
thing, it looks like it's like a 3D thing that someone's just like shaking back and forth.
That trips you out here.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
this
see
is
like
very-
everything's just like pulling back. The corners are terrible.
I don't even want to see the M9.
I would actually prefer
It actually does.
off.
The autofocus is nice though. It was a nice smooth transition up to the tree.
So this is with the iPhone 6.
Which only has 1080p.
Right.
So the others have 4K options, but they're losing like things like stabilization or different options like digital stabilization.
It's definitely got a little bit of the same thing, not as extreme.
It's nowhere near as extreme. Like you can see like
Nowhere.
little bits of like jitter.
Yeah,
like, if you look
yeah, on the
closely,
sides.
Autofocus
That
is doing
focused
okay.
That
was
focused
quick.
pretty well too.
It was a little. I saw it like hit a couple steps though. It wasn't quite as smooth. I don't think.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the S6 focusing. I like
M9 time.
it. Okay, first of all, that's way underexposed.
Wow, yeah. Everything's
Whoa,
blurry. There's
where's the detail?
There's no.
No, this is 1080p. We just watched 2 other 1080p
I just think
clips.
it's
and
having a hard
fine.
time focusing.
No,
It's not
dude,
focusing
there's
on
nothing.
anything right now.
Oh,
Wow.
Look at that.
It struggled big time.
Oh,
Wow. And
and look at the dynamic
overexposed.
range.
Look how
at the
overexposed
Oh
it is.
man, that is disappointing.
All right, so what do you guys think?
I
Come
think the
down to
M9
it.
loses.
I
The
think,
M9 is definitely out.
yeah, it's simple. The iPhone 6 and Galaxy S6 kill the M9.
Yeah, but what do you guys like between the iPhone and the Galaxy S6? Like, let's talk
think-
about pictures first.
I think if you need that extra detail and crop,
Yeah.
then the S6 is nice with the extra megapixels. And if you want like that instant satisfaction of that's gonna look really good without messing
As soon
with
as you
it.
finish taking the picture,
Yeah,
right?
the iPhone might be better to work with after, right? You bring it in, you
Yeah, right.
Do
'cause
some
it's
editing.
I feel like the Galaxy S6, like right out of the camera, it's pushed to the extreme, right? Like saturation and stuff,
Yeah.
it's already cranked up quite a bit. Whereas the iPhone might be a little bit more conservative, but that
Yeah.
means that you have a little bit more freedom to make those changes that you actually wanna
Yeah.
to kind of to fine tune the photo.
So I think if you don't want to do a lot of work,
You can go with the
S6.
S6.
Yeah.
if you have more fun and you like photo editing,
Yeah, if you want to actually like get in there and tweak it. What do you guys think about the video though? I think I don't think
I
it's
don't
much of a
know, that-
competition there.
I think that warp kind of threw me off, so
Yeah,
my
yeah.
vote goes for the iPhone 6.
yeah. Plus, then
Same.
you have super slow 240 FPS.
Right, yeah, and we actually
Which
just did
always-
a video on
yeah.
that, and the Galaxy S6 does 120, and they'll just play it at half speed, which looks
15 FPS.
right. It's just it's half as
Terrible.
fast.
If you guys want to check that out, I have a link to Austin's video down below in the description. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps it up. Definitely be sure to follow Austin and John. I have their channel links down below in the description. Check out the videos that we worked on. Everything will be down below in the description. So, thanks a lot, guys. Peace.
Later.